co-production with BOI, Film-Based Game, and the Screen Industry Tourism here, getting together in a very short spell of time, putting that little exercise together, which Tim will expand upon. So I'd like to, Tim, you would introduce everybody afterwards.
Yeah,
but
okay.
welcome to Miranda, who's an Australian actress but living in Los Angeles now. And Paul, a very famous English director. And the interesting thing is that we'll use a lot of Mauritians, apart from the director, the lead actress, and the sound engineer. Everybody else is Mauritian. So it's what we want to achieve in the right thing.
Sure.
So, Tim,
basically it's a series called Killing the Cure. It's a very interesting concept, the way that Paul and Simon Phillips, the UK producer, put this together. I mean, Simon and I have known each other for quite a few years. He approached me some time ago explaining they had this series, which is a drama series, a thriller, which has an international feel to it, because they've shot in USA, UK, Canada, Sweden, Serbia, Australia, now hit Mauritius, and be finishing in China. So huge production value, and the way that they put it together is working really well, I think. So you're actually being part of a much bigger thing. So it's great for Mauritius, great for the Mauritius film industry. As Marcel said, we used really all Mauritian cast, crew. And Edine was one of the featured actors here, along with Fabrice Chabaron. We literally only finished filming last night. So anyway, Edine Bagaloo, you know, Bagaloo is a local actor, Nanda from BOI. Miranda O'Hare, Australian born, but now more in LA, you say?
Yeah, I live in LA now, yeah.
Impressive filmography. Paul Tanta, again, UK director, has won several awards for action films and so on. And I don't know the guy at the end. So, I mean, in the past, it's always, everybody thinks of sun, sea and sand. So I think it's important that we start showing other sides to Mauritius and show that we can start looking at doing dramas and so on here. So I don't know if you want to throw it open to the floor, whether Paul would like to say something?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's great that there's an established film industry here already. It's clearly kind of growing at a very fast rate. It seems like an exciting time to be here working in film and for productions to come here. I understand that they're coming in now at the rate of sort of almost one a week. And it's very understandable why. It's a great place to come. It's a very picturesque, location. The landscape is beautiful, and there's a great pool of talent of local actors and crew who we've been very fortunate to work with on this. So myself and Miranda are obviously the guys coming in, and everyone else here on the ground has done a great job in not only making us feel very welcome, but working very hard in a very short space of time and hitting the ground running in terms of taking a show that we're just kind of bringing here and we're having to get everyone on board with it very quickly. And it's really been, it's great to see that the standard of actors and crew here are on a parallel with anywhere else in the world that's making movies at the moment, whether it's LA or New York or Canada or the UK or anywhere in Europe. You know, I think Mauritius has got a great deal to offer in terms of film and television, and I can see that it's just going to keep on going up. So I'm very proud and pleased to be here at this point, because I know that maybe like a year from now or 2 years from now, when we come back again,
that's the studios.
yeah, like so you guys having a studio here built, when we come back again, we'll probably have to get in at the end of a very long queue to come and shoot stuff here. So yeah, and so I've got to thank these guys for the local producers for actually arranging it, and you guys here for kind of making it all possible in terms of budgets and locations and permissions and things like that. It's really sort of heartwarming to be welcomed in that regard.
Thanks very much.
Miranda?
How have you found filming here, Miranda?
Yeah, it's been really exciting. Yeah, it's been really interesting. I've gotten to meet a lot of the locals, and they've told me a lot about Mauritius and the history. It's really impressive, like the history of Mauritius and how the locals all know about it. So they've kind of like taught me a lot. It's been really fun. It's been really hard work, as always. When you're shooting, it's a lot, long hours, and you have to work really hard. But it's been amazing. Like 2 weeks ago, when I found out that I had the part, it was about two and a half weeks ago when I found out that I had gotten the role. And I was told that I was going to Mauritius. It was just like the beginning of this crazy kind of roller coaster of coming here. So yeah, no, it's been incredible. The cast and crew are really talented. The Mauritian actors are really skilled. The crew has been amazing. So yeah, I'm just really lucky to be here.
And I think what's kind of cool and unique about the show is that we take on a variety of international locations in the show. So we're in London, and we're in Sydney, Australia, and we're in Russia, and we're in all these other places. And in a way, each place, each city, each location, kind of almost is like another character in the show. And Mauritius, as you've seen here, like Mauritius is kind of like it's very beautiful, but also it stands out as different from all the others. So in that sense, it feels like Mauritius is almost like a character in the show. It's really a nice thing. Yeah.
That's really very true. Yeah. I think it's going to highlight Mauritius a lot, and and I can really see that the industry is gonna boom. You know, I think you guys are really going to start to see a lot. I mean, you already are, obviously, but you can really see that there's going to be a lot of things made here. Yeah. You know. So
you guys are going to be very busy.
Yeah, lots of press conferences.
Miranda also writes. She's a writer and. Eventually producer, so...
I've made a couple of small things. I'm mostly an actress, so yeah. I'm definitely not like these guys.
No, but you guys will be ambassadors for us, for Mauritius.
Oh, I would hope so. We would love to,
to show you around, but that's why I gave you the images, and so you can come back.
We were given Mauritian rum.
Yeah.
Really the thing that stands out the most.
Hopefully it will feature next time.
Yeah. Any questions?
Is it Killing the Cure? What is the synopsis of the story? What is it telling about?
So in a nutshell, it's set in a world where scientists have started to discover the cure for cancer around the world, and there are these sort of secret, shadowy organizations who probably have an interest in the cure being kept a secret. And so what they do is they hire a sort of an international team of hitmen to go around worldwide and eliminate the scientists who are working on this research. And then in order to cover up their tracks, the hitmen themselves have hitmen coming after them in order to totally, cover up the secret. And so it's a bit touching on modern medical conspiracies. There's a lot of people who kind of think that
the pharmaceutical companies are sort of just want money, and that's money ahead of a cure.
Exactly. There's a lot of money in pharmaceuticals these days. Certainly, in terms of if you're a big pharmaceutical company, there's probably more money in terms of there's probably more money for treatment than there is for curing something. Because once you cure it, then you're not going to make any money from it anymore. So the idea is that there are these shadowy people who have a vested interest in keeping the cure from being discovered. And so essentially, that's kind of and that's them now. Now I've talked about it, they're onto us. So
I heard about it.
Yeah.
I know about it.
And so the story takes us all around the world. So there's scientists in differing locations. So Mauritius and London and New York and other places. And as they're on the verge of discovering these cures, people come after them. And Miranda is one of the characters who's actually one of the assassins who's going after the other hitmen. And her partner become involved in. So the stuff we shot here actually. Some of the scientists reveal to the hitmen what it is that they're working on, and then the guys kind of face a moral dilemma of once they know what it is that they're going to be destroying. Do they do the job for the money that they've been paid for, or do they kind of take a moral stand and say no, we're not going to do this because of the benefit it will have for the world? And if they do that, will they be in any danger? And the answer is yes, they will, because now all of a sudden, if they say no, I can't do this mission, they're putting themselves on the line and they're putting themselves in danger. So it's kind of an interesting story in that regard about how, if you're faced with a difficult decision, do you take the easy one where you could live a life of money and comfort, or do you take the difficult decision but the one that's probably a bit more of a moral stand. You know?
For sure, yeah. That's definitely. I mean, it's a very interesting kind of plot. It can go a lot of places. A lot of stuff happens. It's a crazy story, but something that there's a lot of conspiracies around it, and I've kind of researched a little bit. I don't know if I mean, maybe there's a cure, but it's ultimately like a little love story as well, I think.
Yeah.
There's a real love story in there, and there's between my character Adriana and my husband Ethan, who is played by an English actor called Simon Phillips.
Who's also the producer.
Yeah, he's one of the producers. He's incredible. Yeah. And yeah, there's a real love story there as well, and yeah, we won't give away too much, but yeah, it's awesome.
And what about the experience of the local actor?
Yes, it was a great experience. I enjoyed it very well. Learned a lot of things. I was amazed how everything was so professional. Everybody made it easy. Director gave me everything that I had to do my job. It was a pleasure to play with, you see top performance, it inspires you. And I learned a lot of stuff. I did stunts too, because it was more action. There was François, who is our stunt coordinator. And he showed me how to fall, how to get a bullet. Oh, maybe it's his fault.
Don't use that bit.
This one too, right?
Edit that out.
Yeah, so I got some shots because I've never been shot before. So, I learned how to do this, and that was a pretty great experience. Everybody was very focused, and we made everything in time, I guess. So.
And I've got to say, it was a pleasure working with you guys as well. Yeah. So thank you. Yeah. thank you for making it easy.
It was such an international crew.
Yeah.
We had people from all over the world. It was insane. Everyone was speaking different languages. I was like, what's going on?
Plus Creole.
It was Creole, French.
Yeah, because the local crew are mixed anyway. I mean, I think there's only two that actually came in from South Africa. One was a stunt coordinator and the sound guy. But everybody else here, there's French, Italian, myself is English, and all the Mauritian mix.
Yeah,
so it's good.
Sure.
Everybody I guess we did great job to give this kind of level of and the finished product.
Exactly.
So we have what it got to do things here. So Mauritius, everybody, let's make it.
Yeah.
And Nanda from the BOI, Ministry of Finance, and we are on the same committee, film rebate scheme also. So that's what we've been saying all along. We want Mauritians to be involved more and more in elections. And that's been a very good step up ahead from where the traditional Bollywood movies and blah 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 and reality shows that we've done and things like this. This is so it's a very important step in the development of the film industry.
Well, it's important because when we did the workshops in October, the question was raised by the local guys that if we have all the big international productions coming through, what's going to happen to the local people? And I think we've demonstrated there that we want to encourage them to use and train and get better crews and more actors and so on, so they don't have to bring in people from abroad.
I think we can express our satisfaction at several levels. One is like you mentioned, we are able to make use of local cast and crews, and I'm very surprised, I would say, really satisfied that we are having one of the cast who is a local person. And on top of this, we are making use of local crews also. So this is one of our priority actually, to ensure that we're getting skilled and talented people at the crew level, to ensure that we support any kind of foreign production coming to Mauritius. And another level of satisfaction that we can express is you have been able to seize the opportunity to coincide your shooting with the cultural event, which is Maurice by Light. We are doing actually lots of effort to ensure that we are marketing Mauritius as a shooting location, and this will obviously give lots of visibility to Mauritius, given that this event would be promoted also at an international level. So I think it's a great thing, and you have been able to capitalize on what the country is giving to you in terms of facilities, in terms of incentives as well. So I think it's a great thing, and hopefully we'll look forward to see you again for your second and future project.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, we're going to be definitely at Cannes in quite a big way next year. So perhaps you could show that there too.
Well, I think because the TV series part will be, I think Simon said it'll be taken to MIPCOM, which happens in Cannes the month before the Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah.
So you can show it at
so then it'll be into the right timing for us to really push it as well. And
at that point we'll have more to show.
Exactly.
In terms of scenes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you have the whole international bit.
I think as well, like, it's just thinking when you were talking, like, shooting stuff here, it would be really exciting for like the young people, you know, for them to be thinking, oh, like, this is a career that I can have, you know, like I can become like, you know, a sound person on set or a director or an actor. And that's really exciting to open up those possibilities for young people and to have them think that, you know, that's something that can happen for them. You know?
New career route.
So it's great and exciting that you guys have got this new studio. You know, which is opening in October.
Well, no, we think it opened the first quarter of 2018.
But that, I mean, that's an exciting thing.
For sure.
Yeah, because and also I think the important thing between now and then, if we can do more of these sort of productions too, it gives the local guys a lot more opportunity to learn more.
Right.
So that when the studios are open, we will be in a much better position, much stronger position to be able to service those international productions.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's also other companies on the periphery, like special effects. That are coming to Mauritius to set around the studio. So you know, it's going to be an exponential growth. It's quite interesting.
Very exciting.
Have you been shooting the market? Because you're talking about cancer. We know that Mauritius has some medicinal plants. Have you been shooting in the central market?
No. No.
Well,
no, because I mean that would be more down a documentary type route. This is really it's a drama, it's a thriller. So it's really concentrated on the script that was written, and that's where we got the locations to match the script. It wasn't whether we come here and say we're going to look for something else. We just had before they arrived, that was all agreed what the locations would be. And I said really it was, we wanted to maximise the use of this Pool by light, because that it enables that to become featured heavily in that particular episode.
We're starting part of the stories, Mauritius, or is
Actually, the first scene in the first episode takes place here. So what we filmed here and what we film in the other locations is kind of spread out through the series. So we're in one place then another. But actually, so it's the stuff in the lab that we shot here. In the very first, the opening scene of the first episode is here, and then it goes to London and other places, then we come back. But the very first.
I mean, the good thing with that is it enables us to have a credit on each episode.
It does,
So Mauritius gets a credit on every episode. So.
And also Air Mauritius will be shown flying in.
Establishing.
So product placement as far as MTPA and us are concerned is worked, and you will see later on. And also on the other side, the film rebate. So we work together very closely. With those two in place, with serious productions, we can go